Hey guys, if you still like us after listening to this podcast, do us a favor. If you get a chance, it'd be great if we could get
one of... Oh, man, you want me to take this one?
Yeah, I don't know how to talk.
I can do this. Tyler's indisposed right now, but if you happen to like the show, go ahead and leave us a review on iTunes and maybe tell a friend, because we're a pretty new show, and that helps us. That helps little dudes like us make it in this big old world. So, yeah, thank you again for listening, and have a good day, night.
He was like, well, listen, we gotta be careful. I don't want this to turn into some sort of fucking, weird suicide pact where a couple of fucking junkies just move in together. And the place did get fucked up, A flood happened, we were in a basement unit, and we just fucking figured, well, God's gonna do what he's gonna do.
Yeah. We just don't walk to that part of the apartment anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a tree growing through our toilet. I don't even understand that.
I don't understand that either. Smash cut to...
This is the letter our landlord sent us when we moved out. Dave, here's your security deposit. Never in my 20 years of being a landlord have I had to deal with two worse tenants than you and Joe. Not once did Joe complete a single superintendent duty, nor was your rent ever paid on time.
Yeah.
It goes on. Not to mention, you guys trashed the place. If you weren't threatening to sue me over the deposit, I'd be keeping it to help cover the thousands of dollars of damage that you two did to the unit. Threatened to sue her. I had no right to do it, but she fell for it. Both of you need to grow up. Do not use me as a reference.
There we go.
You're just hearing a brief story from Dave Metz and Joe McMahon, Chicago's preeminent scumbags.
Two great comics who are even greater bad people.
Absolutely. Anyway, this is We Still Like You, the podcast about celebrating shame.
And conquering shame.
Thank you for joining us for another episode. This collection of stories is about different things that are united by one theme. Welcome
and that theme
to
is
the Roommates.
Roommate Show. This episode of the We Still Like You podcast is all about roommates, the people you choose to live with or maybe just wind up living with because because God hates you. Those are stories about getting into trouble with your roommates or wronging your roommates, either inadvertently or so deliberately.
So deliberately, like calculated. You'll find out later. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm Tyler Snodgrass, one of your hosts and producers of the show.
I'm J. Michael Osborne. I also produce this show.
We Still Like Roommates here on the We Still Like You podcast.
Why don't we hop into our first story?
Sure. Our first story today comes from
Sweet baby boy Mike Timlin.
Sweet baby boy Mike.
This next guy I've wanted to have on the show for so long. I'm so glad we finally have him. He's just one of the nicest dudes in the world, and he deserves all the Camaros in the world.
We love Mike Timlin here at We Still Like You, and I don't think you're going to be able to not love him even after this story.
Yeah.
Did that make sense?
Totally.
Okay. So, love him, maybe don't live with him. Here's Mike Timlin.
Wow, that was a nice rhyme.
Did it rhyme?
Love him, don't live with him.
Here's Mike Timlin.
Here's Mike Timlin.
Pretty good.
Great.
Put your hands together for Mike Timlin, everybody.
Thank you, baby. I feel like when I say what I did, you're gonna be like, it's not that bad, but like you don't know the kid that I did it to. Like if he knew. The year is 2010. Okay, it's 2010. I'm a freshman in college. I'm a frail boy. Much the same way I am now, right? And I lied and I said that I was just going to commute from home, but really I had an apartment on campus with my friend Matt, who only went by Teddy. My friend Alex, who only went by Beans. And then the fourth roommate was Teddy's older brother, Mike. Now, Mike in high school was the football team's running back. Big, strong, like real fun, always fun. But something happened to him, like in his brain. And something happened, man. And he just got like horrible anxiety when he went away to college, right? He was 2 years older, so by the time I got there, he was pretty fucking far gone, you know? Like, he was insane. Just a little tidbit, he used to save his fingernail clippings. Yeah, in empty vitamin bottles. You know why he had so many empty vitamin bottles? He took like 10 a day. He was petrified of getting sick, scared. He would drink apple cider vinegar every day at the same time. Because he thought, if my body gets this at the same time, it'll build up a better defense. Psycho shit, you know what I mean? Alright, so I mentioned I was pretty frail, right? I've had pneumonia more times than Michael Jordan has won rings. I'm legitimately better at getting sick than Jordan is at basketball. I'm not. When I was born, they told my parents, they're like, this kid's not gonna make it past 20, for real. They're like, he has lung problems, and then like every other fucking obstacle in my life, I overcame it. Yeah. So the reason I get pneumonia all the time, the reason my lungs are like weakened, is because that freshman year, I got swine flu. Swine flu, I don't know, like, some of my friends thought it was like a conspiracy. Like, it's not real, dude. It's not real. Like, I don't know anyone who had it. It's so fucking real. So real. It's insane. It's insane, and it happens so quick. Like, the bad shit. I was the only one in the apartment. And I woke up feeling, like, kind of sniffly. And then by 3 o'clock, I was like, oh, I'm staying in tonight. Something ain't right. I'm going to go to the grocery store and get some, like, microwavable soup. I stock up, you know what I mean? I get my shit. Who laughed at that? What are you, a millionaire? You know what I mean? Like, oh, fuck, dude. Like, hey, Trump, shouldn't you be at SNL? Guys, folks. Okay, yeah. The onset of swine flu happens quick as fuck. I'm taking my temperature. It goes from 99 to 103 in like 2 hours. At one point, it was at 104.5, and I was so sick that I legitimately made peace with death. It was like midnight by then, and I was like, I don't want to go to the hospital. I'll just wait till tomorrow, but like if it goes down, it's going down, you know? I don't know if you've ever had a fever that high, but you start like trembling, like you're freezing. You can't get warm. I put on, you know, like all my sweatpants. I got all these blankets. I'm fucking like, I actually cried. I started punching the wall, and I like, you know, like at the end of Shawshank when he's like this. I was like, why am I not warm? I couldn't figure it out. And I just decided, like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna watch a movie. You know? So I go to like the room, like the family room or whatever, the living room, and I go to watch a movie. And I don't know, this sounds weird, dude, but I was so fucking feverish that I was hallucinating there was people in the empty chairs, and that scared the shit out of me. So I was like, I gotta go to my bedroom. I'll just watch TV in there. Only, I didn't realize till like halfway through the movie I was watching in there that I don't have a TV in my bedroom. I was in Mike's bedroom. The next day, like, I woke up super early and I felt slightly better, but still awful. I was just like thankful to be alive. I like made his bed like perfectly the way he has it all the time, and like fixed everything I touched. And then I called my dad and I was like, you got to pick me up right fucking now. I cannot drive. I'm fucked up. he comes and picks me up, and then I texted like my friends, like my roommates, like I have swine flu. I just found out, you know. And Mike calls me immediately, and he's like, "Just be honest, dude. Did you go in my room?" And no, I straight up said, "I swear to God, I didn't. I swear to God, no." I go, Mike, I would never do that to you. I know how you are. I would never do that.
Did he get flu?
Yeah, did he get swine flu?
No, dude, his defense works. Like, again, that was Mike Timlin, sweet baby boy Mike Timlin. He's a great comedian around Chicago. He runs an insult comedy show called Beef. So if you want to see more of him being mean to people, even though he's, again, a sweet baby boy, you can see him. They just moved to at North Bar, first Fridays of every month.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Our next story is about what happens when you live with someone you didn't choose to live with, for example, in a college dorm. You might wind up living with somebody like our next storyteller. My roommate, Dan Sheehan,
Dumb shit hands.
old dumb shit hands. I mean, I love him to death, but, well, hopefully he dies. I love him so much, maybe he'll die one day.
I don't even know my roommates. I'm like at my place a couple days out of the week. Never really talk to my roommates. I live in the basement. It's cold. It's dark. I love it. And one day there was just a strange, tiny Asian woman who lived there too.
Oh, just for a bit?
I think she lives with us. She's there literally all the time, but
Oh.
I don't know.
That sounds fun.
Status unclear. And honestly, she's been there too long for me to ask now.
Our next story comes from Chicago comedian Nicky Martin, also known as Nick Martin.
The little devil of the Chicago comedy scene.
Yeah, and he is boy, what a devil he is in this story.
I am a cisgendered, white, heterosexual male, and I have a great job, and and only things that are bad about my life are when I make it bad for other people. It's just the kind of man I am.
This one's hard to still like him, but I still do.
I still do. He's a rascal and a piece of slime, as he would say.
He would say that.
He does say that. As a
He's
matter of fact.
constantly saying that.
He says, I'm a piece of slime.
I'm a little piece of slime.
This was one of our favorite stories recorded at a special show we did at Brainstorm Comics in collaboration with the comedy show Yeah Buddy Awesome Time. It was a really, really fun show, and Nick did an incredible job. So,
Great storyteller, great friend.
bad roommate.
Bad roommate.
Nick Martin, everybody.
I guess I could preface this story with, like, I was bullied in grade school. Okay? Children would tell me my interests were dumb, and they would shun me just because I always needed to be smarter than them and tell them that I was smarter than them. That's the only reason that they would do that. So I went to college with the intent that I would never get bullied again. I was like, I'm never going to get bullied again. And that's not true. I got this job flyering. I was supposed to hand out flyers for a restaurant or something. I didn't give a shit. I threw them away every time, and then I would collect the money. But one time I was like, I shouldn't throw them away so close to restaurants. So I took them home with me, and I had them in my dorm room. And that night, the dorm cafeteria had like 12 options of food, and I didn't like any of them. So I stole a bag of bagels, and I said, this is mine now, I have these bagels. But I was like, I want something funny to happen. So me and my idiot friend, we went to the bathroom and we flushed the flyers down the toilets, and then we flushed all the bagels down the toilets. But down is the wrong word. They didn't go anywhere. They just clogged the toilet. And we clogged the toilet in such a way that we flooded the entire bathroom. And we could have easily stopped it. We could have just taken the stuff out, but we were literally paralyzed with laughter at how funny and immature it was to flood a public bathroom. This dude saw us doing this, and he walked out of the shower, and he looked at us like, what the fuck, man? Why would you be such a jerk? I thought it was the end of it. But this guy wouldn't let me on the floor elevator. This fucking guy is holding the door shut, and I'm trying to get in there. I'm like, you know me, I'm Nick, come on. And he goes, flooded the bathroom, you're an asshole. You're a jerk. And I was like, no, I'm not. He's like, yeah. So we get on the elevator, and I'm standing there, and he goes, you're just like an immature, obnoxious person who is really not fun to live around. And I wish you'd stop doing the things you do. And we're in the elevator, and what I see was, he said, see, this is a perfect example. I'm telling you something about yourself, and you're just making fun of me. And I went, and that was when my idiot brain said, this is you getting bullied. Defend yourself. This guy is trying to ruin you. Whatever that would mean. So I walked up to his door, and he had some decorations on his door, and I went, fuck you, and I ripped him down, and I threw him in the water fountain. Little did I know that last year on college drinking day, his best friend was drinking and fell in front of a bus. And he saved the article from the newspaper. And taped it upon his door. Okay, so I destroy his memorial. And he's like, why did you do that to me? So he goes to my door, and he rips off all my pictures of Tim and Eric. Awesome show, great job, my favorite show. He takes down Jack on my neck, he takes down Tim, he takes down Eric. It's not right. So I need to get this guy back. And it was 2010. Internet privacy was not yet a thing. So I went on Facebook, and I got every single one of his pictures he ever posted, and I printed them out in color. Then I went back to my door, and I taped them on my door in a creepy stalker decoupage thing. He saw this and was like, what the fuck? He ripped it down. Guess what? I made copies, fucker. I made copies, and I bought masking tape to layer it on there. You can't rip that shit down. So he is losing the battle. I think I'm winning here, right? And this is what winning looks like. And I realized it wasn't far enough for me. I needed to really fuck with this guy's head. So I started telling everyone I was gay. I was like, yeah, I'm gay, and my boyfriend is that guy who's all over my door. That's why I put him all over my door. He's my gay boyfriend. And then he would sometimes bring girls into the college dorm, as a college male is wont to do, and I would go in and go, oh, you met my boyfriend Ryan? He fucks me in the ass. And the girl would go, what? And then he would have to explain all the thing I just told you. And I would just stand there and listen, because I'm a winner. Well, eventually, like, most of the year passes, and spring break comes, and the janitors mercifully clean my door off, as they should have. Someone should have said it. So I was like, okay, whatever. I proved my point. It's the last day of freshman year, and I'm moving on to dorms, and my dad's helping me. Ryan sees me and my dad, and he comes up to us, and he says to my dad, pretty good son you got there, sir. And my dad said, thanks. And he said, no, I'm saying it sarcastically. And then he went on that whole story I told you about all the things I did to him. And he's just going really fast. I pulled first things to write down my memorial, and he just wants to leave. And my dad's like, what's going on? What did you do to this guy? And I said, Dad, I'd like you to meet my boyfriend, Ryan. And then I got in no trouble for it, because that is my entire life. I
Thank you. And again, that was Nick Martin. You can catch his show Desperate Collectors at Bric-a-Brac Records. Great comedian. Go check him out. And that has been our episode. Thank you so much for listening, as always. I am J. Michael Osborne.
I am Tyler Snodgrass, and we'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
Okay, bye. Bye. You want to harmonize? You're a little flat. Bye.
We Still Like You is produced by Dan Sheehan, Danny Gallegos, Tyler Snodgrass, Shannon Knoll, and J. Michael Osborne, who is also our resident live artist. In Los Angeles, it is produced by Andy Sell.
The podcast is produced by Jesse Patend, engineered by Jesse Patend and Sam Haas. Our theme song is Specific People by Jake Tobin. Big thanks to all the people who've housed our live shows at various undisclosed locations around Chicago, and to you, the listener, for being there.
If you'd like to know more about where you can watch We Still Like You or submit to be on We Still Like You, please check out our website, which is westilllikeyou.com, and also you can find us on Facebook.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.
But we already covered Dave and Joe doing that.
Right.
No other stories fit the theme.
Look.
You know what? Let's cancel the show.
This episode is over. Thank you so much for listening. Like us on Facebook, subscribe on iTunes, leave us a nice review. But
The show's over.
I am fucking done. Do you understand that?